All right, what's going on, everybody? If you're in this room right now, if you can hear me, make sure to type in the chat just so I know that everything's going on right and everything's working correct. But what are we going to do? We're going to take a look at AMC, GameStop. The volatility has absolutely been real today. So we're just going to take a look at these stocks, see what's going on here. And obviously, I've got some trend lines drawn on the graphs and got some support and resistance drawn on the graphs. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, guys, you know the deal by now. Let's get started. All right, so first we're going to start here with AMC. We'll pull it out to let's go out to a daily graph just to see what's going on. Obviously, we know this graph by now, right? We know that that we were trading down around the $2 per share range, and then the whole Reddit spike jumped everybody up here to $20, and now it's back down, went down to around, I don't know, I think it was like $5.50 is where it tapped out on the bottom there, and now it's back up a little bit. But look at this volatility here. Up, down, up, down. What's going on? So if we go back in a little bit, let's just throw it on a 1 minute chart and see kind of, let's go 5 minutes. Let's see what happened today. So I told you guys yesterday I had a daily buy limit set on there. I had it for $9.50. I never got triggered yesterday, and it expired at the end of the day. So today we opened up a lot higher. I think it opened up somewhere around $11 or close to $11 today. Went all the way up to $12.47 per share. And then when GameStop fell off, AMC fell off too, and we saw this huge spike down. And look, I'll bring up another graph. It's a little hard to see when you got a couple graphs on the screen, so I'm going to do one graph at a time. If you guys think that I should change that, if you think I should do something else, just let me know in the comments if you think I should throw both graphs up there at the same time. But I'm going to do one because I think it's pretty hard to see when you got a couple graphs on the screen at the same time. But look, we saw it was around 12, I think it was right before 12:30. It says like 12:20 right here. I saw AMC absolutely fall off today. And it was following GameStop, right? I know in the last video I did, I said that AMC and GameStop are like brothers. GameStop's the older brother, AMC's the younger brother. Whatever GameStop's trying to do, AMC is trying to do as well. But look, around 12:30, 12:15, this one started here, and it absolutely fell off. We were trading at $350 per share. I'm like, calling my dad up, messaging back and forth with him. He's like, dude, can you believe this? We're up all the way to $350 per share right now. And then it was like 5 minutes later, he's like, dude, what's happening with GameStop right now? Nobody can buy any shares. It's trading down below $200 per share. And of course, everybody's worrying, right? But look, it was a 20-minute, 30-minute period. It went from $348.50 all the way down to $172. And I know there was some speculation and things going around on Reddit kind of saying stuff like, somebody meant to do that to lock up short trades for the next day. Well, guys, that's a huge decline in price from 350 to 170. I'm not exactly sure that one person could have coordinated that. If they did, I think something might be wrong. When 40% of the stock's price disappears in a matter of 30 minutes, I don't necessarily think that was a coordinated effort like some people are out there speculating. But nonetheless, it was an absolute decline in the price, and we're recovering nicely. If I zoom in a little bit and we get on a 1 minute chart here, we can see I've got the day's range in these wide horizontal lines here, and I've got some pretty good support and resistance going on right now. It hasn't been following that volatility earlier in the day, like after lunch trading has been pretty steady. Obviously, we've been going up and down a little bit, but we're in a nice channel right now, trending between like 275 and 250 on GameStop. And look, I think if we can hold this line here, if we can hold it at 250, it's going to be an excellent move to the upside tomorrow, because I'm going to pull it back out to a daily chart here in a second. Now, obviously, the volatility in this candle right here, and this is like textbook Doge right here, but the volatility here is pretty big. But look at it back here. We traded from $4.80 all the way down to about $110 per share in one day. And if we look at the previous day, the volatility on this bottle rocket was insane as well. And I believe that we could be setting ourselves up for the exact same thing to happen tomorrow that happened back here. We've got this volatility, and look what it did the very next day. Shot all the way up. Now, I'm hoping they were able to break through this line, because I know that 420 is a very significant level. We're probably going to run into a lot of resistance at the 420 level. But if we break through that, and if we break through this previous high, a lot of people talk about going to the moon, right? We want to go to the moon. We need to break the previous high. And if we do that, look, let's just point out how strong support and resistance levels are and what it looks like when you break through them. So there was a lot of, I'm going to move this line down a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it. I don't know. It's kind of tough to see on a phone. I don't know what you guys are watching on right now. But if we look at this resistance line right here, okay, we've got all these previous highs that we were hitting. This one, it kind of broke up above it when we had that nice day when we went from like $40, jumped all the way up to $100, and then after hours trading was ridiculous, and the following day was amazing when we went all the way up to close to $200 per share. But use this as a level of resistance here and watch what happens when you break through it and when you break through the previous high or the previous recent high. So came down here, volatility was going on, and we started trending higher. This is the longest win streak that GameStop has been on since all of this started taking place at the end of January, right? Since we saw these gains really start to take off. This is the longest win streak that we've been on. And one of the best win streaks that we've been on too, because this is, I mean, this period in here, this didn't last very long. A lot of people, you know, were trying to get back to the $480 or $480 level, but this didn't last very long. And it says something that we've had such a consistent rise in GameStop when not all of the other stocks on the market are going up. It's one thing if the whole market is going up, everything's going up at the same time. But GameStop has been absolutely defying gravity and moving higher and going against the current on a lot of other stocks, which I really like to see. So, talking about resistance and breaking through resistance. So we've got this resistance line back here a couple days ago. We're trending higher, trending higher, trending higher. And then as soon as it breaks through this resistance line, watch it, look at it just rocket higher all the way up from $150 per share to $215 per share in the same day, strictly because it broke through that resistance level. Now, moving on from there, we've had an excellent day yesterday, and today has been much more volatile, yes, but we were able to break up all the way to about $350 per share we saw a little earlier. It was $348 that we saw earlier today. Now, what's going to happen, there's some decent resistance in here too. So tomorrow in trading, or hopefully after hours, maybe we see it before tomorrow takes place, but what do we expect to see when we break through this level of resistance right here and then test this new high? If we break this level of resistance at 350 and then again at about 415, 420 per share, 420 is going to be significant, right? If we break through that, I think that we could absolutely see GameStop just in a meteoric rise. And I want to be on board, and you should want to be on board when GameStop takes off like that, because listen, yes, we could see some extreme volatility. There could be some huge pullbacks, but when there's nothing in the way, right now we've got 350, 420, and then 480 levels of resistance. But when we break these, it could be astronomical that we see GameStop go up to $500, $1,000 per share, and we really see this thing take off because people are willing to buy. They're willing to hold. And we know that there are guaranteed buyers out there to cover the shorts. And look, guys, I'm not exactly sure if my chat's working right now. If it is, it's not updating on my computer for some reason. I'm not exactly sure if that's on my end, if it's on YouTube's end, like what's going on with that. So if you're typing in the chat right now, I'm very sorry. I do not see it. So hopefully, if you're watching right now and nobody is typing in the chat, okay, that's fine. But if you are watching, you know, type in the chat right now, see if it updates for me, and see if I can see what's going on. If I can't, I just want to apologize right now for saying, it's not like I'm ignoring you guys. I can't see the chat for some reason. So that's what's going on with GameStop today. Obviously, you know, we're right around the open. It had a big day up, big day down, and we're closing pretty steady here going into the close. Let's check out what's going on with AMC because we're down a little bit, but it's acting very similar to GameStop. So we don't have to go out and do a whole analysis like we did or just did on GameStop right here, but it's a very similar story. We watched GameStop rise, AMC rose as well. We a little more than 10x going from the bottom here all the way up to the top to $20.36 per share. Big sell-off brought us back down to a level of support around the 550 range, which we can see this level here if we're to go back and put a level of support on. I got these two levels of support and resistance right here, but you guys can see, if you can see the crosshair, actually I'm not sure you can on your phones, but very significant level of support right here. Excellent. There's another one right here at these previous highs, so you guys can see this one here, hopefully this one here, and then it tapped it again on the downside here and used this as a level of support, and it bounced off. Now, in some of the videos I've talked about AMC having resistance and now support at $11 per share, and it broke back down through that today, but it did go above that, and there's a lot of resistance at the $13 per share mark. We can see that right in here. And where did it tap today? It went all the way up to the previous low here, which was close to the $13 mark before finally pulling back. And now it's trading around $9.89 per share. And it opened around $11 per share today. I know I didn't trigger my buy limit a couple days ago at $9.50. I was kind of kicking myself for that, but now it's getting back down to that level right now. So, but it's not going to hit that before the end of the day today. So we're going to have to move on from that one and set a new buy limit tomorrow when we see what's going on. But what do I like looking at this? Let's move into a 5-minute chart so we can get a pretty good idea of what's going on with trading today. I've got the day's range marked out up here on top, 1247, all the way down to about 930 down here. And that's going to be a pretty good level of support right now. But look at this trend that's occurring in AMC right now. I know it's better on a 1-minute chart to see this, but it's absolutely following this channel to a T, right? When you looking at chart patterns and you're trying to mark out trend patterns and stuff like that, this is an excellent way to do so. You look at the highs, you look at the lows, you throw your trend lines on there, and it wants to fall in this pattern or in this trend channel right here. Now it's going to break out it's going to break out either to the upside or to the downside, and it really looks like it's testing that line right here. And if we put another line on there, we can see we're forming a pretty good wedge. But if we look at the recent support line here, with that horizontal line I just drew, we got a nice wedge going on, and we're really going to see a breakdown to the downside or the upside right now going into the close and then after hours trading. So we're going to see what happens with that before we really put our limits in and our orders in for tomorrow and see what's going on. But it is exciting to see. Yes, it's trending a little lower. It's down about 5% on the day. But what I do like to see is that we're holding support. We're not falling down through the support line. And there was a sell-off earlier with GameStop and AMC, but it didn't deter people from, continuing that sell-off or selling off even further. People were actually adding positions back in, and we saw the stock prices rise from there. So just pulling it back out to a 5-minute chart as we're going into the close. We only got 2 minutes left before the market closes today. So if we pull it back out to 5 minutes, what are we looking at? Oh yeah, we can definitely see that this is a very strong level of support today. And I think we're probably going to close right down in the corner of that wedge. Right down there somewhere around $9.85 per share is what it's going to close at. Yeah, for some reason the chat's not working, guys. I'm very sorry if you're talking in the chat right now. I really wish that would update, but I don't know why it's not. I'm going to have to figure that out for the next one, right? I don't know what's... Okay. And then some of the other stocks, Sundial, very slow day today. Traded around the $1.30 range almost all day today. I was really hoping for a little bit more out of Sundial, but what are you going to do? All right, let's see what we got. 1 minute until the close. Let's see where we're at. We're actually falling down through that level of support a little bit. $9.80 per share. Let's get in here and watch the last minute. Look, back here at this level of support, it's probably going to close right in that corner like we thought. Around $9.85 per share. Yep, and my buy limits are canceling out here. They did not get triggered today. Just means we're going to have to set some more tomorrow. Look, guys, a lot of people think that you have to make a trade, and if you're buying at the market price, it's the only way to do it. But look, sometimes it's better to sit on your hands, sit on the cash, and set yourself up with the trade that you want so you feel comfortable with that trade, and you can live to trade another day and get back in that stock tomorrow. All right, let's see what we got going on here with extended hours. We're going to see, got about 15 minutes left in this stream. Just kind of see what's happening after hours, if there's any volatility, if there's any movement. I'm not going to track it all the way into the evening. We'll go about until 4:15 before we end the stream and see what's going on there. I'm getting texts. I know some people are watching right now. They say chat's working fine. Chat is not working fine for me. I'm not able to see you guys. I'm very sorry. Some of the regulars on here, if you're in the chat, you know, I don't know, if you want to let some people in there know what's going on, you know, take over for me. I'm gonna have to make some moderators or something, so the next time if this happens, I got some moderators in the chat, and you guys can you know, take care of it for me when we run into technical difficulties like this. I'm running blind, guys. Very sorry if you're asking questions or anything like that, but if you're a regular, you know who you are, and please take care of the chat for me. Oh, look at this, AMC popping nicely into after hours trading all the way back up to about $10.10 per share, moving higher, and we're gonna bust out of the bottom end of this range right here and go back up through that. So that's looking pretty good, actually. I like what this is doing after hours, boys. I like what this is doing. What's GameStop doing? Okay, not too volatile after hours. Up about 1%, 1.43%. That's not bad. Man, wouldn't it be nice if we see this stock trending higher and break through that high we made today in after hours? If we could bust all the way up through that $3.50 range, I think that would be excellent. Sundial up after hours. Disney, Givo. Alright, cool. After hours is looking pretty strong. Getting some more chat. Alright, Nick, Scott, if you guys are in the chat, let them know what's going on. You guys are telling me, bro, fix that chat. Well, unfortunately, I can't fix the chat right now. Look, I'm working on one monitor, okay? I need to get this situated a little bit better than before. I'm working on one monitor right now. And, no, it's not a good setup, but I wanted to do this live stream. I was hoping to interact with you guys a little bit in this live stream and kind of get to know you a little bit better, but apparently that's not working out if I can't even see your chat. So, yeah, if you guys are out there right now, just let them know what's going on. I don't want to turn too many people off and think that I'm ignoring them or anything like that. AMC, what do we got? 10-11 after hours trading. Broke right back up through that level of resistance. I think we're going to see a little takeoff on AMC here. That's looking pretty nice. Someone wants to see URBT. All right, listen. Got some good news. Nick, if you're not following Nick down there, make sure to subscribe to him because he's helping you guys out right now. URBT. Urban Television. Okay. Let's check out URBT. Okay, this stock does not have good volume. I can tell that on a 1-minute chart, but let's see. I've never seen this before, so let's pull it out here. Let's get a daily chart going on. All right, wow. Look, if I'm looking at a penny stock, okay. This has got some very low volume. We can pull it out on a 1-year graph. We've got the daily chart. And you guys can just tell based on the candlesticks here, at 5 cents down to 3 cents. a lot of people might think that, okay, this is going to be an excellent trade. We can just sit here and put our buy limits in at 3 cents and put a take profit on at 5 cents and make money all day, right? Well, it's not going to work like that, because if we come up here and we put volume on, let's see, where's our volume indicator? If we see what's going on with volume down here, definitely don't have a lot of volume. 14,000 shares at 3 cents per share. I mean, you guys can do the math on that one. You're not going to be able to trade too much. So if you're trading a couple of hundred shares of it, all right, excellent. You might be able to get in and out, but depending on who your broker is, you know, you're not going to be able to trade this on a lot of brokers being a penny stock. But URBT, I would prefer to see more volume dealing with any stock, because you're going to get into this stock. If you go place a big order, you're not going to be able to get out of it, and that's just going to be a nightmare. So you definitely want to have some more volumes. I'm not gonna touch URBT. All right, let's go back out to the watch list. See what AMC is doing. Hopefully it's bouncing higher, and it is. We're at $2.07. Sitting nice and steady around that line there. Maybe we can get some more updated text here from Nick. He's helping you guys out with the text. He can be he can be the chat for you. Does anybody else have any stocks they want to check out or see what's going on? We got about 10 minutes left till we end the stream here. $9.83 close. That's not too bad, guys. Look, let's zoom in here. Nice 1 month graph. We're trending higher on AMC. I like this. AMC triple digits is what everybody wants. Guys, we can hit triple digits on AMC. What do we have to do? We have to break through $13 per share, and then the only thing holding us back is $20 per share. That's it. Once we break those two levels of resistance, you know, we're on our way. We're sitting right at that $10 per share mark right now, $9.90 to $10 per share. This is the only thing in our way right here. Once we break through this level of resistance right here at about $13 per share, these previous lows, we found a little bit of support here. And then we get through this high right here at about $20.40 per share. Boom. This rocket's going to take off just like GameStop did. I mean, look here at GameStop. When you got this level of resistance here at about $150 per share, when you break it, the support and resistance is so important. Lucy, thanks for checking URBT, TSNPD. All right, we'll check out TSNPD real quick. That's humble, right? I think. Yeah, humble. All right, I'm pretty familiar with humble, so we'll check that out in a second. But guys, AMC, triple digits. A lot of people, and I get a lot of comments on the channel too, saying that, you know, calling me names for believing in AMC and thinking they could absolutely take off. But you just look at so many chart patterns, and you see that when a stock breaks through a level of resistance, watch what happens next. Of course, there's going to be a lot of profit taking, right? If we go to $50 per share on AMC and people are 5xing on the current price, and, you know, they're going to want to take their profit. So the volatility is going to be there. But look, you break through this level of resistance right here. It's like you step on a rocket and the thing absolutely takes off. And we're going to see it with AMC too. We just got to break through $13 per share. And then once we break this $20 per share mark, once we break this old high, it's oh man, I'm excited for the move that we can get on there. All right, TSNPD, let's check this out real quick. Got about, I don't know, 7 minutes left here. Let's see what's going on. Now, Humble. Humble is, I love Humble because a lot of penny stocks, when you start seeing penny stocks that are trading at like 0.0001 per share and they're absolutely worthless, not a lot is happening with these shares. But with Humble, it's a different story. So Tesoro Enterprises merged with Humble Inc. They're taking over the name Humble, and they're going to be changing ticker symbols to HMBL pretty soon here. And look, when that happens, look at the volume difference here. You're trading at absolutely nothing down here. Of course, it doesn't show at 0.0001 right now because they did a reverse split, so this share price is going to be a lot higher. But once this starts happening and you start seeing volume on a penny stock, dramatically increased volume on a penny stock, I should say, you know something's going on there. And once the price starts rising as well, that's when you should probably get excited, okay? Now, I did a video on Humble. It's been a couple months now since I did the very first video on it. And this was before the reverse split took place. And it was trading at like 10 cents per share, okay? And a lot of people are very interested and excited in Humble for good reason, too. You know, a lot of penny stocks, they're not out there doing anything. But Humble is absolutely making moves in the digital payment space. And overseas, you know, a lot of people think digital payments are saturated. Things like PayPal, Square, you know, the bigger guys are just dominating that industry. But Humble Inc. has a very strategic approach to taking on overseas markets and really building that market share right here. So a couple things looking at this. We know that this had a meteoric rise. I believe the first time I did a video on it was probably, I would say it was probably back in here. Just looking at the graph and not doing the math on the reverse split. Could have been somewhere around in here though too. Absolutely, pre-split it went up to about $2 per share. Post-split, that's $7.72 per share that we got up to, and now we're pulling back. What do I like about this level that we're trading at right now? Okay, very good support level. So if we can throw a horizontal line on here, we're just going to see how great the support actually is right here. I might be getting some more. January 16th. Man, this dude is on top of it. January 16th is when I did that first video. So where is that? Yeah, right here. It was right where I was talking about. Right in here. All right, cool. So 95 cents post-split is where I did that first video on it. Shot all the way up to 772, and now we're back down here. Now look at this support level that's forming here. We test it, bounced off of it. Back down here again, testing it, testing it, testing it. And look, today we're closing right here at this level of support. Now, I want you guys to be careful. If you've got Humble in your portfolio right now, use this level of support. And let's put another one on here. Just at the, we got one at the close, and we're going to have one at the daily lows. Oh, sorry about that. At these daily lows right here. Now, let's zoom in a little bit. Let's do, yeah, I figured that one might have been pretty good. All right, so we got a 1 hour chart on here, and we've got excellent support down here at the $3.20 to $2.80 range. Now, it's okay if it breaks down through this one and starts trading in here because we got support again at 280. But look, if it breaks down through this level of support at 280, 290, I would be very cautious and look at protecting the profits that you do have on this share, because you're not going to see support again until around $1.60 all the way down to $1 per share. And I never want to see anybody lose any types of gains like we've seen in Humble recently. If you've gone from $1 share all the way up to $7 per share, obviously, you know, we've seen a pretty big pullback, about a 50% pullback that we've got in Humble up to this point. But we're right here at this level of support. So it's going to be very important if you're thinking about adding more positions. Make sure we bounce off of this level and move higher. We'll see a little bit of resistance here at the $4 mark is where we're going to see a pretty good amount of resistance here. So if you're looking to play it to the upside, this could be an excellent take profit, or you could use it and say, you know, expect it to break through that $4 per share mark. But if not, if you're looking for some short-term gains, some quick gains, you could put your limit in here at about $3.15 per share, $3.20. Well, it's at $3.15. Don't put a limit on it, $3.20. So if you're looking to get in, make sure we bounce a little bit higher after the open tomorrow. And if we're moving higher and continuing to move higher, good take profit could be $4 if you're in it, if you want to hold it, and if you want to keep it long term. You know, you can go all the way back up to the $7 per share mark, and we can expect to see things go even higher from there if we break through. Now, Humble does have a very high market cap. It was a penny stock, and you know it's not like it's a $1 million company right now. We're talking about a $1 billion company right here, and you know, trade it wisely, but use these levels of support and resistance, and I believe that you're going to be okay. Now, if it breaks down through this, like I said before, please be cautious moving forward and protect any profits you got, because that gap right there is just way too big to mess around with, especially at this point. All right, so we're at the 4-minute or 4:15 mark right now. Let's just check back in GameStop and AMC one more time before we close. If anybody's got any other questions, hit it in the chat real quick. Nick, if you're paying attention and you want to send me a text, do that. Let me know if anybody else wants to see anything real quick or if they've got anything going on. But look, AMC to the moon, guys. That's what we're hoping for. We're still excellent. We're at $10 even right now, $9.98. So we're holding right at that $10 line. Hopefully we see a lot of support there and we're able to open up higher tomorrow and break out to the upside, because look, I'm testing this high. We're testing this high here. Hopefully we test it tomorrow. $12.47 per share. Break right through that and then break through that $13 per share mark. I'm excited about it. And then $20 is the next line in my, or the next price in my line of sight. So I'm not getting any other text from Nick. Hopefully you guys in the chat are all good out there. And look, I know it was a quick live stream, but I'll go back. I should be able to see the chat if I go back and look, you know, through the stream and see what's going on here. And I don't know. I'm going to go check it out, and I'm going to see why this wasn't working, and I'll be able to fix it for next time so that I'm able to interact with you guys a little bit better than looking at some text messages and trying to do the chat that way. So thank you guys so much for showing up. I know it was quick. I'll get another video out here tonight. We'll go over AMC a little bit more, especially for those that missed it. And, you know, we'll just go from there, right? Every day is a new trading day. Every day is a new opportunity to make money. I absolutely love it. If you're here and you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going for that 10K mark, and slowly but surely, we're going to hit it. We're going to grow this channel. And, of course, we're going to grow our portfolios together, guys. So until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.